Welcome to for today's study cycle time. And today we have a special guest over here, and Brother Sai Shekhar will introduce to him. Sairam.
निराकार तत्त्वं साकारेषु व्यक्तं सदाचार रूपं रहीगीत सारम् सुमाके च नेतुं नरानां प्रवृत्तिं गुरुत्वं गुरूणां कवित्वं कवीनां परं सद्गुरुं साईनाथं यचामि परं सद्गुरुं साईनाथं यचामि. With humble pranams at the lotus feet of Bhagavan Baba, Saram to everyone. Swami is in one of his discourses had said that I'm concerned about, I quote, I'm concerned about providing primary requisites for our people, free education, free medical aid, and free basic amenities like drinking water. Education is for the head, medical care is for the heart, and pure water is for the body. These three cover the main requirements of life, unquote. On the 2nd of September, Swami, during his interview with students, he was discussing about various projects, and one of the students, asked Swami that politicians just come for their political campaign, promise many things, and give gas stove, TV, laptop, etc., and they go away. To that, Swami's response was, they give only gas. And the reaction was the same as we have in this presence here. Next, the student said, because of Swami's water project, so many people could benefit. And Swami's response, yes, in Chennai, small children drink dirty water, spoiling their health. Now they are getting good drinking water. And we have witnessed, Chennai used to have acute water problem, and that water problem has been resolved. Swami continuing in this, in his response, he mentioned that, in Red Hills, there is a lot of wastage due to the mud there. And we told Mr. Karunanidhi, the then Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, to tell us when it is dry, that, we would distill the water. So there are, continuing the same response, Swami mentioned that, there are two, key persons who have been part of the project. One was Mr. Kondal Rao and the other one was Mr. A. Ramakrishna. Swami specifically mentioned that they take good care of these work without bothering about sun, rain, whatever weather or whatever conditions they face. And when this recognition comes from Swami, that introduces what our honored guest today is. I don't have any words to introduce. Swami himself mentioned in his interview to the students, but since I have to introduce, I take this privilege to introduce Sri Kondalrao sir. He is a retired chief engineer and a technical advisor to the government of Andhra Pradesh. He has been associated in Swami's fold, since the year 1996, and he has been spearheading many critical projects that Swami has been, spearheading in the 3 different streams, as we discussed about education, medical, and the drinking water. Specifically on drinking water, Sri Kondalrao sir has been a part of the, major water supply projects that was, supervised and has been executed under the direct guidance of Swami. And in fact, when Odisha had very severe floods, I believe in the year 2002, and in fact, Satsai Central Trust undertook very major rehabilitation work, constructing the houses for poor people. And Swami had, during one of his discourses, he had appointed a group of people to undertake that project. I know a few people, and Sri Kondalrao sir and Pushti sir have been critical part of that project. And I remember I was present in Prashanti during the time. Once the project got completed, the team visited Prashanti after the execution of project in a record time of less than 1 year. And the kind of reception they had from Swami, that itself speaks volume about the kind of devotion, dedication they had executed in the project. I would not stand between yourself and Sri Kondalrao sir. I take a great privilege to welcome Sri Kondalrao sir, and we look forward for your enchanting speech today. Thank you very much.
Om Sri Sai Ram. My humble and respectable pranams at the lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. My dear brothers and sisters, it is really a great privilege to me to be with all of you today. I take this opportunity to tell something about Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. All of you are aware that Baba's role is full of reservoir of generosity. That is, every one of you are aware. As our friend already said, he started with providing education facilities to all the poor students particularly, and later he extended it for all, including medical facilities to all the poor people. After these 2 programs, Swami thought that the next important program is provision of pure drinking water to the poor and needy people. So he extended it for the water supply projects. As a matter of fact, till 1991, although I had Baba, I am not very close to him. So incidentally, in 1991, when I was Additional Secretary in the government of Andhra Pradesh, we have approved a PWD scheme for Puttaparthi town actually. So for looking to that scheme, I went to Puttaparthi. And then I had Baba's darshan, incidentally. When I went to Baba, he asked me, what are you doing? And all that. When I said about what I am doing, he only taught a lot of things about, among that most important thing he taught to me. First of all, you should create the principles of love first. You should love everybody. You should remove enmity from your heart, first of all. Unless you remove enmity from your heart, you will not have purity. That is what he was telling. So first he said, love is very, very important. So you should start loving everybody. Then next step, he said, service. You try to spend most of your time for servicing to do everything. Now that you have the opportunity because you are in the government as engineering chief and additional secretary, I want you to spend every hour of your thing for the service of the mankind, particularly to the poor people. That is what he said. And four things he taught me. Then he also said, you should always see that you should help everybody, but you should never hurt everybody. And beyond that, he said, work is worship. Now that you are in the government service, you must treat that work is worship and duty is God. When once you follow all these principles, love all, serve all, help ever, hurt never, work is worship, and then duty is God. These four principles you follow, you need not visit any temple at all. God is with you. That is what he told me. I felt so happy when he said all these things. Normally when we go for anything, people start saying you do this thing, that thing, then you will get this thing like that. Everybody will be telling us, which all meant a lot of wastage of money and also unnecessary things. But whatever Baba taught me on my first visit, it is nothing, really it is so nice. I thought, I felt really very, very happy to be frank with you. So from that day onwards, I thought I should spend my life only for these four items. That is what Swami's blessing for me. That is in 91. Then later on, in 1994, a seminar was held. So as all of you know, I have already explained what Bhagavan's purpose of birth. Mainly, as you know, he always used to teach me, as I said, love, service and all that. So mainly we all feel that he is an incarnation of God, and his birth is mainly meant to see that the principles of love, dharma, peace, particularly unity, which leads to purity. That is what he used to say. Unity leads to purity, and ultimately purity leads to divinity. That is what Swami used to tell always whenever we meet in person with him. So these are the principles Swami used to say. And then mission, as I said, Bhagavan's mission already somebody explained, educational institutions, medical hospitals, and finally now the extension of service to drinking water. That is what he said. Then, next. In the context of this pure drinking water, as National Fluorosis was held in 1994, where administrators, scientists, various engineers from all over India have come and they have explained. It was I thought it is really an opportunity for me, because as an engineering chief of the state, I had to invite all the engineers and scientists from entire India people, and Swami gave me that duty to me. I felt so happy. After all, Swami could have selected anybody, because there are so many hundreds of people much more superior to me, but I thought it is my luck, I mean my adrushtam, in other words, whatever you may say, to see that I had to take up that national fluorosis program at Puttaparthi. In that, Swami gave a good message that now people are really having a lot of suffering due to scarcity of water. First, of course, fortunately in America you may not have that problem, but in India, as you know, many parts of India, they are facing a lot of problems. Not only Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan is so bad. In some of the parts of Madhya Pradesh and even Bangladesh, they are suffering from problems like chemical problems. There are excess fluorides are there, excess mercury is there, excess arsenic is there, like that. There are so many problems. All these things we discussed in 1994, and then Swami said, really we should do something to provide pure drinking water to the entire poor nation, poor people of this nation, so that they can live happily and all that. That is what the message he has given. And as a matter of fact, on the birthday time of 11/94, when the Prime Minister of India also was there, P.V. Narasimha Rao and all that, ex-P.V. Narasimha Rao, Swami said, you must, government should take up lot of schemes for drinking water to see that the poor people are not suffering with these things. Somehow or other, he has waited till February 95. He found that nothing has happened from the government. So suddenly he announced in February 95, I myself will take up this work, whatever may be the cost, let it be 100 crores, 200 crores, like, he went on adding anything, whatever, let it be whatever cost it is, I want to, and as a best first measure, I want to take it up for the Anantapur districts. That is how the drinking water to Anantapur district was taken up. So, as a matter of fact, then because I was engineer in chief, he called me. There was a message to me that I should come. So Swami asked me to come and he said, I want you to prepare an estimate to cover all these bad villages, that is, which are affected with fluoride affected or drought prone where there is scarcity and all that. As government servant, I already earlier prepared some estimate. It was only 90 crores of rupees. I provided in some cases borewells and some cases with river waters and all that. He has seen and he said, no, Kondal Rao, I want you to see that only permanent sources, the borewells today it may be there, tomorrow it will dry up. I want you to see that only permanent sources like big rivers only you should take whatever may be the cost. So he asked me to revise it. Then, all right, Swami and JP, then I revised that estimate. Suddenly from 90 it has gone to 180. In the normal course in the government, from 90 crores if it is to go to 180 crores means it will take estimate 3 to 4 years to get the approval from government. So I was wondering what to do and all that. Immediately called me, where is your estimate? I have shown it. Straight away said, yes, I cleared, go ahead, finish. With 1-2 minutes, that's all. It took me hardly 2 minutes to get the clearance from Swami from 90 crores to 180 crores. I was stunned. Then he also said, I want the line should come and what should reach Puttaparthi by 23/11. It is in the month of March. March to November, how many months, not even 9 months fully. Then I was stunned what to do, but I can't say anything, no. Anyway, he himself, Swami himself will take care of all these things, I thought. So, okay, Swami, I said. And the source is nearly 100 kilometers away from Puttaparthi. I have to lay 100 kilometers length of pipelines, and there are in between 6 to 7 pumping stations, because 100 kilometers one pumping we can't do. We'll pump for about 18-20 kilometers, again pumping like that. So all these things I myself do not know what to do. But anyway, Swami said, all right, Swami, we have agreed. So we started doing that. And for your information, the first thing, Swami in those days used to come by 6:30 himself, used to come for darshan. So myself and Mr. Chakravarti is there, he is from the trust side, is in charge. and Mr. Ramakrishna from the L&T, we three were there. So he used to call me first. The moment he comes, first thing is he used to call me inside. Yes, what is your progress today? Swami, 10 miles length, 10 kilometers length pipeline. Okay, immediately he used to come out and sell to the audience. 10 kilometers completed. Next day morning, wait, how much you have done? I used to say, Swami, 15 or 20, whatever it is. He used to come and say, today 15 kilometers. Like that, he used to review us just like an administrator, whether you believe or not. I mean, it is so wonderful. I mean, having so much close review by Swami means we used to think it's all our luck and all that. Otherwise, normally we can never think of having so much clear discussions with Swami. So he used to review every item of everything. Then not only this, he used to say, Kondalrao, I think in 80th kilometer they have not laid sand bed properly. You better check up, he used to say. You used to just say like that, okay Swami, next day morning I used to go and I found that there is something wrong there. Then I used to get it rectified. So that is why, even, you see, he has so much of this thing, one should really believe what Swami is. That's why I am telling you all my personal experience, why I am telling you. See, this is how he used to say, there is something wrong, you need to go and rectify. Next day it is real, he used to rectify. Like this, every day he used to review and somehow or other, whether you believe or not, by 22nd night, midnight, 12 o'clock, we completed 100 kilometers length of pipeline and our pump fixing was also done. We tested initially and the pump also pumping. So 23rd, automatically it is inaugurated by, and that itself is a great boon to them. I then said, Swami, it is my luck. I must have done some punya karyams in the previous janma. That is why I had the opportunity to work as under you and all that. So he used to say, no, Bangaru, you have done excellent work. He always used to call me Bangaru only. So it's all my luck, I thought. So that is how the first Anantapur project was started. And you know, these are all the various things. It is really population benefited, highest population, actually 9 lakhs initially benefited, but we have designed it for about 12 lakhs of people. 12 lakhs of people to benefit on a scheme, if it is government normally takes, whether you believe or not, 4 to 5 years for execution. Here we could do it everything within 1 year and a half. That is this thing. And about 300 crores cost and 2,500 kilometers length of pipelines total. You can imagine 2,500 kilometers length of pipelines means how much length it is. We have constructed more than 268 reservoirs and so many. These are all rapid sand filtration plants and all that. So many things, 731 villages we have covered like this. So that is the first project started in the March 95 and we completed within 1 year and including testing everything within 1.5 years we could give water to all the 731 villages. So that is what we thought is the greatest achievement. And to our luck, it was inaugurated by the then Prime Minister and President also came. And because I was with Swami, Swami gave me golden this thing, bangles like thing, and he got it to fix it to me through Prime Minister. That is the, I mean, normally we cannot think of even approaching a Prime Minister, but because of Swami's grace, I had the opportunity to get it given to me by Prime Minister himself. That is the greatest this thing. Then after some time, after the project is completed, I came to US actually to see my son and all that. Then some people approached Swami, devotees, they said, Swami, we want projects for Medak and Mahbub Nagar districts also. The first answer, that is, Swami said, is all right, let us wait, let Kondalrao come from America. That is the first thing he said. He said, let Kondalrao come from America. So he didn't do anything. So the moment I returned, I got a message that Swami called you. So immediately I went to Puttaparthi. Then Swami said, Kondalrao, people are asking drinking water for Medak and Mahbub Nagar. What shall we do? What are the sources? I want only some regular sources, not borewells and anything. Okay, Swami. Then I said, I will verify and come back. And I said for Mahbub Nagar we have Krishna river, that is permanent more or less. And for Medak we have this Manjira river and other things, they are not bad, we can, very good. Then you prepare a project, he said. So I prepared, tentatively he said, okay, let us do it for about some parts initially, not the entire district. So you check up which are the bad parts, and he gave me full, he never said anything, you do this thing, you here or there. Entire thing he gave me. You select what are the bad pockets, whatever pockets you think are bad, we'll do it, that's all. See, that is so much of confidence he kept on me. That means so much of responsibility. I always take it as a responsibility, not as confidence, to be frank with you. So I toured the entire thing and we have selected. We have shown entire thing to Swami, and within 15 days he said, okay, this is clear, we can go ahead. So then we started the project for Mahbub Nagar and Medak districts. They are all in Telangana, the present Telangana area. They are really drought prone, very bad. I myself said these two districts are very bad, Swami, we have to do. Then immediately cleared, and he said, here also, then we have to approach government, because all these projects, the general principle is water supply projects. After completion of the project, they have to be maintained by the government. That is one thing. So government sanction is also required for each and everything. Same for Anantapur also, we got a government sanction that was, because government gives us three things. One is for water also is the property of the government. So government has to give sanction for giving some water. Then government gives free power for these projects. They are not charged anything, they have given free power. And land also, wherever we have to construct all these things, land. These three is government is giving free of cost. So I have to approach, fortunately, because I am in the government also, from that side I will approach the government, and then we could take the sanction, then chief ministers and all that, fortunately everybody, because when once we say it is Swami's project, nobody will object, fortunately. So that is how we used to obtain all the sanctions, and then these two also we have done. Here, as you know, Medak 179 villages we have covered, population benefited about 4.3, and project cost is nearly 30 crores. Length of pipelines 385, and these are the rivers. You can see Krishna river and all that, where we have put always there will be water in those things, there is no problem and all that. And for small habitations we used to construct small tanks like this, and they can all round taps and all that. People used to take water. Of course, these are the big overhead reservoirs and treatment plants also we have constructed. So these two districts, these are some details of those districts. So these two also we have completed in a very short gap. Swami always gives me maximum 1 year time, that's why he won't give me anything more than 1 year. So whatever project we take, it has to be completed within 1 year. So these two are also completed. Then in 2002, in Bangalore, when Swami is giving discourse, nobody knows, suddenly he announced, Madras is suffering from a lot of water scarcity. For the last 3-4 years, there are no rains and all that. And so, I have to provide drinking water to Madras. Suddenly he said, whatever may be the cost, I have to provide. Madras means it is a very big city, it's not a, in those days, Madras city means nearly 6 million population, about 60 lakhs. For 60 lakhs population, providing drinking water means we have no idea what to do. That too, it is not Andhra Pradesh, it is Tamil Nadu again. So suddenly he announced that, okay, whatever it is, because Swami announced, we have to do something. From that day itself, we started thinking what to do. First, initially, we have written to Tamil Nadu government. Then they sent proposals to bring water from Kaveri to Chennai. That is more than 150 kilometers, 200 kilometers length and all that. They have prepared a project for 1,000 crores for your information. 1,000 crores of rupees, and Madras, for the 60 lakhs population, they need, as per our calculation, they need 12 TMC of water. TMC means 1,000 million cubic feet. So 12,000 million cubic feet of water is required per annum for Madras city. The project they sent for 1,000 crores, they want to pump water for 1 TMC, 1000 million cubic feet only for 1000 crores. That means only 1/12 of the requirement. Then Swami gave me that estimate, Kondarao, you check it. And I said, how is it 1000 crores and 1 TMC, what is the use and all that? Then I discussed with our state government department also. Actually, at the time when N.T. Ramarao was Chief Minister, there was an understanding between the Andhra Pradesh government and Tamil Nadu government for provision of drinking water. So he constructed one canal called Telukanga Canal. That canal not only provides water for agriculture purpose, but it provides 12 TMC of water to Madras for drinking. But it is not going because that entire canal runs in porous. As you see, we have seen yesterday, it is all porous soils and all that. Water is not at all going. I came to know about, I walked about 150 kilometers length of canal. Entirely walked all the 150 kilometers length of canal. Have verified this, I found there are nearly 63 to 65 kilometers length of bad pockets, very highly porous things are there. If we can line that, water can go, that is what I thought. So I went to the Swami, I said, Swami, this is my idea, whatever you say is okay. Then you prepare an estimate like that, he told me. Then I prepared an estimate which is hardly 300 crores and to give 12 TMC of water. That is 1000 crores for 1 TMC. I have prepared an estimate for 300 crores to give 12 TMC of water. He said, very good. Then let us call both the people from engineers from Tamil Nadu and also from Andhra Pradesh. So he called all the irrigation engineers and all that. We had a meeting and all that for one day. Minister also came, both ministers. And finally, even Tamil Nadu people said, yo, this proposal is good. Let us go ahead with this. They have given clearance. So we started the project. And it is really a wonderful experience, whether you believe or not, how Swami deals with any scheme. Review, mainly review. He reviews like how an administrator reviews our work. Because we are government servant, how an administrator review our work daily, like that he reviews everything, how much length is completed, what is the canal lining is complete, because it's all cement concrete lining we did and all that. Number of things we did. That also, it is 2002 actually this announcement was made, and we completed that also within 1.5 years, and we gave water. The people of Chennai were so happy, they never, for 4 years there is no water. They used to get water only through tankers and all that. Very little water they are getting. After this, now they are getting daily water supply. Even Hyderabad, we don't have daily water supply, but Chennai, they are getting daily water supply even today also because of Swami's grace in those years. That is, what I mean is, Swami is so much careful about doing service to public. Why I am explaining all these things, he always used to say, service is very, very important. We should see that every poor fellow gets pure drinking water or whatever it is, everything. Service is the main thing, always used to say. That is how we have been completed this Chennai and all that. This is some of the things, what we have done. There is one Kandaleru reservoir is there. Its capacity is nearly 70 TMCFT, 70,000 million cubic feet big reservoir. But government did not do any revetment works and certain improvement works for that, for want of finance. All the things we have done with Swami's funds. Like that approach channel also we have improved. Cement concrete lining, as I said, nearly for 65 kilometers we have done. These are various things we have constructed. You can see after our lining is complete, water is flowing and all that. They have received water nicely and absolutely even till today also there is no problem as far as Chennai is concerned. These are all various things what we have done for those canal systems and all that in those days. And even for schools also we used to have that, because Swami said architecture should be something like, always he says, whether it is hospital, whether it is school, when you are entering, you should feel as if you are entering into a temple. One should not feel that he is entering into a hospital. One should not feel that he is entering into a school which is having problems and all that. So you should feel I am entering into a temple. Whether it is education or a hospital or anything. So always used to say have some architecture which is similar to a temple and all that. That what he used to say. That is how we have completed the Chennai. Afterwards, after another 2 years, there were heavy floods in Godavari River. So morning I was there, we were seeing his papers and all that. Suddenly he said, see, so much water is going waste to see what is it, why can't we give this water to some drinking water purposes to the people who are by the side of this river banks and all that. Then Swami, I said, this Godavari river flows nearly in 5 to 6 districts in Andhra Pradesh. So we have to think which district we have to provide, because otherwise covering all these districts may be very expensive. Okay, let us take up 2 districts as initially. You prepare some these things. Particularly, I want you to cover those poor people who are tribals and all that. Because as you know, East, West Godavari, all these districts, downland is already well settled and all that, and the lands are also very good, excellent. Only the uplands where tribals live, they are not having sufficient good water and all that. So he said, I want the tribals only to be benefited mostly and poor people, they said. Okay, Swami, then I said, we have surveyed everything, we have furnished the projects and all that. Then he said, yes, give it, please go ahead, finish. And surprisingly he said, let us select East Godavari and West Godavari. For that he was laughing, telling, Kondalrao, East Godavari is your district, so I have given your East Godavari. Then Ramakrishna is from West Godavari, so I am giving West Godavari. Because you both are there. Always used to say, unfortunately today I lost Ramakrishna, my right hand. Used to say, you both should behave like Rama and Lakshmana. Always used to call us Rama Lakshmana Midru, Rama Lakshmana la undali. That is what he used to say, Ramakrishna and myself. So unfortunately today is no more. Anyway, so that is how he used to tell us. So he said, I have sanctioned these 2 districts, you go ahead with these 2. And we have gone ahead. Whether you believe or not, in East Godavari, in the tribal area, there are a number of Naxalites are there. I think all of you are aware what Naxalite means. They used to take away somebody, officials also, and sometimes they kill also, sometimes they believe that they are not bad, they are bad and all that. So I went into very deep, there are very thick forests. There are Naxalites. People warned me. Kondalrao, I think you should not go deep into those forests, there are Naxalites. I said, all right, let me see whatever happened. We went. And for your information, the Naxalites stopped us and they talked to us. And when we said these are all Swami's projects, they also helped us. To be frank, only thing they said, sir, whenever our meetings are there, don't come. We will be having meetings on certain days, we will inform you. On those days, you don't come, because what will happen is, for the Naxalites, police also searching. In between, if we go, the police also may shoot us, thinking that we are Naxalites, or Naxalites may be fighting with police, and in between. So they used to tell us openly, sir, whenever we are having a meeting, we will tell you. You don't come on that day, other days you can work. And they also helped us, to be frank with you, whenever there is an internal problem, all those things they used to sort it out. Surprisingly, whether we believe or not, the tribal woman, one sarpanch is there, a small, she is a very poor lady, she is having 5 acres of land. I wanted in those areas for our treatment plant some 5 acres, I was thinking, I asked her sarpanch, can you get some government land anywhere, 5 acres I want in this area. Then she said, no, for Swami's thing, I myself will, I don't want this. She donated, she is a poor sarpanch, tribal lady, she donated all the 5 acres to straight away when I said it is for Swami's project, that is more. So when I said, Swami, no, you should bring her next to Puttaparthi, will. So the tribals came and he said, the Naxalites, he announced openly, Naxalites, got hold of Kondalrao and all that, but when they came to know that it is Swami's, this thing, they left them and all that. So that is how, somehow or other, whether we believe or not, It is Swami's grace will be always there when once we believe him. That is always used to say, we should have faith. Whenever you think of something, you have faith. That is very, very important. When once you have faith, automatically, initially you may have some problems, but things will move. Because I have seen Swami's project, whenever we started, there used to be some problem from the government side or from the land side, this side. But ultimately, everything will automatically get clear and things will move. That is how we have completed East Godavari and West Godavari projects also. Some of the details I can next. These are things, that is River Godavari. We have constructed intake wells like that in River Godavari, and we have pumped water from Godavari, and these are all the treatment plants I have shown. So like that, it's constructing in Godavari, such a big rivers is not such an easy thing, but somehow or other we have, with Swami's grace, we could do everything like that. These are some of the things what we have done. Next one, recently, in Anantapur district, what has happened is around Anantapur, Puttaparthi, around Puttaparthi, some villages were left in the initial project, because in those days those villages, they are having some bore wells, water and all that. All those people approached Swami. They said, Swami, we want Swami's water only. We don't want government borewell water. We want Swami's water. That is what they said. Unfortunately, that time Swami is a little bit sick and all that, all those things. He could not clear it, but I told the trust members, because they all approached Swami, it is time for us now, we should do so. The central trust cleared that project also. That we have started now, and nearly 118 habitations we are covering with this, around whatever that are left over. Left over means they are having some water facility earlier, but they want Swami's water with the same river which we are. So again we are laying pipelines and all that. This also we are thinking of completing by 23/11. Actually, that is our proposal. But as you know, unfortunately, recently there were a lot of problems in Andhra Pradesh, Andhra, Telangana issues and all that. We are still hoping something should come up. So that is how. And recently we have given water for about 16 villages already, even under this new project also. That day when I went for casual inspection and all that, those villagers stopped me. They said, you have to inaugurate it, they were telling. I said, how can I? No, at least open it like that, they said. So I have opened the tap and gave water. That I thought is my luck and all that. I was fortunate enough to have this and all that. So this is what we are doing now, latest. Apart from this, as gentleman already explained, in 2007 and 8, we had heavy floods in Orissa. 2007-8, heavy floods. Mahanadi, there is a big river. It overflowed and almost more than 6 districts. It washed away. A lot of villages are washed away. And our Sai Seva Samiti people, they have done an excellent job there. They gave food for all those victims who are suffering and all that. Even underwater, they walked into those things. They gave food, everything they used to supply for months. They supplied a really good job they have done. And they have shown all those pictures to Swami. Suddenly, Swami said, why not we provide permanent houses for them when they are suffering? Because they are all thatched houses, they are washed away. We will give permanent houses which can stand even if flood comes and all that. Then he appointed a team, as he rightly said, Srinivasan, All India President, he is one member, I am second member, and Ramakrishna. So they asked 3 of us to visit all the villages and finalize what are the bad places and all that. So we have visited all the villages in Orissa. We went 2-3 times. And finally we said around 1,000 houses are bad and all that. Then surprisingly he gave such nice directions whenever, yes, let us construct. But you see that the basement is at least 3 feet height. Even such details Swami used to tell us, because even if the river comes on the banks, it may be 1.5 feet. So water should not enter the house. So you should provide your flooring level at least 3 feet above the ground. You used to give, whether you believe or not, all technical details also used to give like that. So you used to tell, you provide at least 3 feet height of and all that, and construct walls, even if floods come also, they should stand. Only provide brick and cement mortar, don't use mud, because in the old villages, they used to construct their houses brick and mud and all that, there's a convention is there. Like that, he used to explain every bit of things to us, and we prepared. Okay, Swami himself, we have prepared the estimates and all that. We started. We completed 700 houses when Swami was there. But he always used to say 1,000, 1,000. So I told the trust members, Swami always used to say 1,000. It is now our responsibility to see that balance 300 also are completed. After a lot of discussions, the central trust said okay, because Vandalrao is telling that Swami has said like this. Of course, everybody knows 1,000, it's not a secret or anything. Let us sanction those 300, so 300 houses are also sanctioned. And those 300 houses are completed just by the time I started the US. I have completed all 300. So that means all 1,000 houses, whatever Swami has said, we have completed. We are so happy that we are doing some service to the public and poor, particularly whatever Swami's wishes are there, we are doing. That is how I thought I am a lucky person to that extent. Incidentally, of course, this is an abstract of what has happened, how so many projects, what is the total population, as you know, more than 700 crores of amount is already spent, and we are spending another 80 crores now for that 180, nearly 800 to 900 crores of amount is so far spent by Swami for the drinking water projects or for this housing projects. I am not talking about education, medical facility, that is still additions. Only on this drinking water itself, he has provided so much things, and I had the opportunity to handle all these projects personally and all that. And with Swami's grace, I think I have the feeling that I will still continue to do some more projects. Because even today also, I get messages from Swami, whether some of you believe it or not, that I am still there. Even though I am physically not available, I am still there. And I will see for the next 10 years also whatever I wanted to do for the benefit of poor, I will do it. That is how I used to get messages from Swami. So out of these things, important as you know, education, hospitals and drinking water. So as far as water project is concerned, you are responsible, you will have to do. That is what I get messages from Swami always. I said, okay, as long as I live, I will always be with Swami and nobody else. That is what I used to tell. And I hope Swami will definitely see that whatever messages he is sending me, they will be fulfilled and all that. So that is how I thought I am lucky enough to that. Ultimately, what mainly I wanted to tell all of you is, I always remember Swami telling these important things, love all, serve all. That is the very most important things. So you should always say, every time we meet, he says, you love everybody, you serve everybody. In one of the meetings when Mr. Vajpayee came, I think, I don't know whether you know it or not, when he was Prime Minister, Vajpayee came to Puttaparthi. He had darshan of Swami. In those days, actually, this there is a war, fighting war is going between Pakistan and India. Fortunately, I was there at that time. Swami was telling Vajpayee. Vajpayee is explaining to Swami, Swami, this is what is happening, I don't know. Don't worry. You love an enemy. That is what he said. You love an enemy also, things will get settled. It is because of Swami's advice, you know, Vajpayee has gone by bus to Pakistan for the first time in those days. And whether you believe or not, after that, the relationships between Pakistan and India much improved. Earlier we used to fight always wars and all that. Now it is not that worse. Things are, slowly improving. So whatever Swami say, you love even an enemy, that is what he used to say. Always, really that has a lot of effect. This secondary service, go to the villages, do service to everybody, particularly to the poor, wherever they are and all that. So these two things I thought every one of us, we should have wear it in our mind. And when we do all these things, certainly Swami's grace will be there for all of us. And more important, he says, pray for everything always, samasta loka sukhino bhavantu, all of you know. You should never pray for the good of us. You should pray for the good of samasta loka. And when once you sincerely pray at the end of our bhajan, that samasta loka with any number of times, really you get much more benefit than others. That is what Swami says. Always pray for the benefit of entire world and not them. And more important, he always one more thing he says, unity. Unity is very, very important. Unity really leads to purity. That is what he says. If you don't think of unity, you will have enmity feelings and all that. That will spoil your purity. That is what he used to say. So always have unity in mind. Every one of us, as a matter of fact, he used to say, don't think Andhra state is one. You should think that not only Andhra state, entire India is one. Not only India, entire world is one. That is what he used to say. Treat the entire one and have unity. Then only really you will enter into the purity. Ultimately, purity leads to divinity. That is what he used to say every time. And Swami's grace will be there whenever all those things. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Sairam, I think he deserves one more round of applause. My dad is also a contractor in his life. I know for finishing a project within a time, how tough it is, I know personally, and Mr. Kondarao garu had explained it very briefly about it. Just I would like to close the session with giving word of thanks for the distinguished chief guest today. There are no words for me to thank him for coming today over here. I would really thank the effort of Ravi Shankar for making this day possible with Dr. Kondarao garu today and his son who has brought him till here. And Kondarao garu came all the way from India and he is with us. As Bhagavan said and as Sanatana Dharma also said, Manava Seve, Madhava Seva. If you serve the man, there is nothing other serving the God. You don't need to go and do pujas or do so many things, rituals and all. You have $10 with you, try to spend quarter for someone who it is going to really help. Just coming before to today's study circle, I was watching TV and there are some blind people who are performing some stage shows and they're singing very nicely and they're enjoying the song and they don't really have eyes. Nothing to see, but they're enjoying the nature, they're enjoying and singing it. As we are very fortunate to have every organ working very nicely with His grace and His divine will. So why don't we also do something to the society? So, see, after hearing Dr. Kondarao garu, I think we all also should do something to our society, and that is what, wherever, whichever country you are there, whether if you are in India, try to do it in India. If you are in America, try to do this country, because we are earning over here and we should spend some of our amount to this country also. So as Bhagavan Baba said, engage yourself in the service activity. Consider social service as a service to God. This is the best way to earn God love. Love all, serve all. your entire life will be sanctified thereby. This is what Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba said. And regarding Kondala Garu, I am very fortunate to have in our center today. We are blessed, Edison Sai Center is blessed to have you over here. And yes, it is really Swami's divine will that everything worked out within a week time, not even a week time. So someone asked me how come we didn't know last week, but this is what the way Swami wants. And it is very fortunate that Bapuji has prepared a welcome address, but I was surprised to see the Sai Patnaik, he is from Odisha, who knows Kondalrao Garu, and he came the welcome address. I'm very thankful for Sai for taking this opportunity. And I would like to give a small token on behalf of our center to Sri Kondalrao Garu.
One important thing Swami always used to say, there should not be any thanks for anything. See, we should do anything service with service motive. So if you accept thanks for it, that means you are not doing the service at all. So always Swami used to say, so no thanks are required. Thank you very much.
I would request Dr. Hanmantra Garu to please come over here. And just a few words about Dr. Hanmantra Garu. He is the Sarvadharma founder member, and there is a lot of requests from him for our center to come and visit the Sarvadharma center. And if you want to say some few words.
First, it's a pleasure to have you here, sir.
I would like Aryamma Garu to please come out here.
I think this is much more.